Is this thing on?
Is this thing on? We ask ourselves. It's a very good question.
Is it? I don't know.
Is it? We're here though, so that's all right.
Here.
We are. Happy Turkey Day to the Americans. Vera, thank you for being the American contingent. As always, Vera's always reliable on Turkey Day. But you guys eat early, so you're good.
We
like
do.
we're
We
not.
eat at 2:00.
Yeah,
We're done by 6.
We're not
So
like.
isn't it funny? Every Thanksgiving episode we do is primarily just the Australian panel.
And me.
And me.
We got to keep it rolling, you know. We got to keep this ship sailing and all that kind of stuff. It's just how we do. It's how we do, and it's how we roll, and it's just what we do. Yeah. Well, Luke, it's been a little minute since we've seen your gorgeous face. How are you, Bumps?
Oh no, I'm almost like I'm doing a cameo up here. It's like in a later episode of a season. It's like I've been away for a bit. And it's not been it's just the way things have lined up that it's just been, availability. It's that time of the year, isn't it? Like, everyone's eating turkey today over there. It's just been a bit chaotic, but I'm here. So
You are.
I am.
Thank
and look,
God.
And I'm looking forward to being over in the States very soon. It's kind of almost feels surreal. I've literally got 9 puppies sitting just off camera here because I've had to bring them back into my house. So I'd done the shed out for them. It was, quite inhabitable. And then yesterday was like a heat wave, and I'm like, oh. So I had to bring them back up. And then I was like, I can take them back down at night. And then there's like mosquitoes everywhere. And I'm like, well, I can't really do that to like 3-week-old puppies. Right. So they could just still live with me for a bit longer. I did enjoy moving them down to the shed though for a day because I was able to get rid of the smell because puppies stink. It's a cute smell until it's not cute anymore. So I like disinfected everything, and it was like, oh, my house is clean again. But then here we are.
Who's gonna watch the puppies while you're stateside?
That is a great question. God sees all. No, I've got family. Because a lot of my family have all got plans as well over Christmas, so it's sort of going to be a little bit of a tag team job. But they've got plenty of love around them.
Aww. And then you're going to sell them.
And then Luke will have plenty of love around him.
And you know what? It's probably better I'm going away, so we're not going to be that attached. It'll be like,
exactly.
See you, red puppy with white face. Because we've actually named all of them. My daughter's named all of them. So we do have a Kylie Minogue and a Danny Minogue amongst the 9. Kylie's actually quite a savage little puppy. She doesn't like me at all. I think it's fabulous.
Kylie Minogue was in our Thanksgiving Day parade.
Well, we're going to talk about Kylie. So we're going to talk about Kylie. Vera, how has the giving of thanks unveiled for you?
I'm kind of a heathen, so it's all about the food in our house.
Yeah.
Those of us that are religious don't come by. We used to, when I was a kid, we used to sit down like 30 people. Oh my goodness!
Oh God, it's a Thanksgiving miracle. Hey there, Jeff. Hey, Kelsey and Jeff. Jeffrey still has an apron on. He's still cooking.
I know. You done eating or you still cleaning?
Just wanted to pop in and say hi and happy gobble gobble.
Kelsey, was his cooking decent or was it terrible?
Oh, he's a cook.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing's changed.
Everybody had the shits. The bathrooms have been plugged all night long.
I'm about to go on number 4.
Oh, wow.
It's a true story.
Oh my
I'm
God,
not
are
kidding.
we live right now?
Yes, it's live.
Yes, we're live.
Did you think it was pre-recorded?
I don't know.
Oh my god, man.
Thought it was a pre-show. Hello. No, you're live. You're live to
No,
the
seriously,
world.
Totally
everybody
live.
had diarrhea after they had the turkey because I think it was not cooked.
Oh.
Jeffrey.
Oh dear.
Yeah, when I'm there, babes, we're ordering out every night.
No, the oven's fucked. I knew it. I just tried it.
I'm about to go make another drink.
Okay.
She's going to the toilet.
It's all about the food.
No, you gotta drink. Gotta get those
Gobble,
drinks in here.
gobble. I gotta go get everybody out of this house and finish taking care of everything. I just wanted to say hi and check in and love you, miss you all. I will see you soon.
Bye.
See you soon, Jeff. Bye. That's so
The
funny.
fuck do I get out of this fucking
Oh
thing?
god. You can't
You
get
kick
out
him
now.
off.
I
Get
can't,
him off.
Steven, I
I'll just
can't.
get rid of you. Bye.
Have a good
He's gone.
show.
Have a great show.
Oh my god.
Oh, dear.
Jeffrey.
That sounds awkward. It's never good when there's feces flying.
We
We're gonna
had
have.
none of those problems at my house.
We're going
You
to
got that-
To all the
You got that
food we
nice new gas stove, though, don't you, Vera?
ate. I love my gas stove.
Yeah, you got that nice new gas stove that is
Yeah.
apparently getting banned.
They are getting banned. I don't know who keeps pushing this shit. You know, you can still buy gas stoves. You can still buy gas water heaters. You can still buy gas guzzling cars. Oh my god. You can still buy guns. They're taking our guns. They're taking our stoves. They're taking our cars. Nobody's taking fucking anything. Say thank you and eat your fucking turkey.
That should have been the tagline for today. Say thank you and eat your fucking turkey. That maybe I'll put it as our audio thing today. Say thank you and eat your fucking turkey. I enjoy it.
Will that one post to like Spotify and stuff?
I'll make it. I'll edit it down. You know.
It's
You know
plain
me.
turkey.
Yes. But we are early. I know people are probably a little bit confused as to what's going on because I have to sacrifice myself to the great retail gods and work again. I worked 2 till 10 p.m. last night for late night trade, and we've got Black Friday
sales.
today. Oh, dreaming, living the dream. So we shall see how exciting that is tonight.
You know who might pop in?
Have Thanksgiving.
Dave,
Who,
Sarah
who?
Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr.
I know.
around your area.
They're in Australia. It's very
Yeah,
exciting.
and they're going
Oh,
Black
for what?
Friday shopping today, so they may just pop by.
Dogsy!
Hey, Dogsy, you're alive. We've been missing you. We didn't know where you were.
No.
Oh,
We
did
never
you go
got-
on hiatus with me, Dogsy?
Yeah, Dogsy's
We were
been.
beginning to think he was working for Starlink and on the down low or something.
Yeah,
Nah,
he's
he's just a fan of me.
just trying to kill himself. Well, we're gonna get into it. I reckon we've got some stuff to talk. I've got some little
Well, we
Thanksgiving
never got to hear
surprises.
how Vera's Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey interrupted
Everybody's
us.
healthy.
Yeah, everybody's got the
My
shits at
sisters
Vera's
and I,
house.
we split up, divide the labor. You know, Dia makes the
the way
turkey and
you
the
do it.
mashed potatoes. I make the gravy, the squash, and the what else did I make? Oh, the souffle.
And Vera, do you cook your turkey?
Dia cooks the turkey.
Oh, I was just asking because clearly Jeffrey doesn't. So I was just like, is it a thing?
Yeah, we cook our turkey till it's done. All of the
No
people who ate
salmonella
my
for
dinner
Vera.
at my house were fine. No one was sick.
I've had food poisoning from turkey before, and it was not cute.
I've never
It was
served
not-
a turkey that
No,
someone
mine
out
was
of commission.
post Christmas leftovers that were there too long.
Oh,
So slimming though.
Oh, yeah, I was. It was
hey, my new weight loss plan.
it would have been 8 years ago. Hot as Australian summer, and I couldn't leave the house. No one else was home, so I had to ring my heavily pregnant friend to come. I'm like, can you please go buy me toilet paper and Gatorade?
Was it like that thing? Was it like the scene from White Chicks where you're like,
All I'm gonna say is I'm glad our bathroom has a sink and a toilet and a drain in the floor because
Oh, no.
it was excessive. It was a full body cleanse, that one. Very full body
Wow.
cleanse.
I went
well,
there
look,
visually. I went
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
sometimes it
Yeah.
just
I can see
happens
you
to
with the
you.
shower rose like hosing it down the ground.
Oh, it didn't need hosing. It was just liquid. It was just. I was just.
Oh my
It's like a
god.
sponge that needed wringing out
Oh,
every
aren't you
30
all
minutes.
glad you've tuned in for your
I know.
Thanksgiving?
I know.
Post
Maybe
Thanksgiving
digestion,
meal.
Americans.
Oh, while we're dirty, we might as well throw a couple of loads at you too, eh?
Hot load of hot topics.
Now, there's a few things going on in the world, but of course, biggest thing, Thanksgiving Day parade. We live excitement.
Yeah.
People are very upset with this float, though, aren't they?
Well, it didn't look like Jen at all. It did a pretty good job with Pugsley, but Wednesday, no. She did not
Yeah,
look like
I'm just.
that.
They seem to be more upset with the fact that Pugsley's head's on a platter. Have they not
In
seen
our
the
house,
show?
we were all a little shocked that Wednesday did not look like Jen Ortega.
Maybe
Or
she's got a
Christina
like.
Ricci. She
Maybe
looks
she's
like
got
the
her-
doll from Squid Games.
Maybe she's got maybe she's got a likeness thing that she has to make a certain profit. You
Who
know,
is he
our
talking
people are like
about?
that.
You
Jen
see the old
Ortega.
lady singing in the parade?
I
No,
saw-
you see
yeah.
the old lady singing in the parade. I hope he's not talking about Kylie Minogue.
Oh, he is.
Oh.
How dare you? How
Yeah.
dare?
That would be
She's
one
a
of
Actually,
our.
national
I gotta
treasure,
tell
mate.
you, when
That would be
Kylie
one of
came
our
out,
lovely friends.
I said
We're
to
going
all
to talk
my
about that
family,
in a
I said-
second.
I said, "Oh, the boys love Kylie. She's an Australian.
We're Australian
legend."
gays. We have to love Kylie. She was a bit ropey on the vocals, but it looked like it was a bit of a horrible day out there.
Oh my God! There were so many dancers who fell down.
Rain. Not at least it wasn't snowing. It was just rain.
Yeah. Oh
Rain.
no,
But-
there have been parades where there's been so much snow you can't see the floats, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. But yeah, it was totally rain. It looked awful.
Yeah.
Oh well, look, the things we do though, right? The show must go on. With the foreigners of those, I thought they had a rapid decision to expand LAX Airbus. Needed a place to
LAX
stop.
Airbus needed
Oh.
a place to
Oh.
stop at New
LAX.
York. They were big foreigners on that, but yes. As we were talking about, Australian treasure Kylie Minogue
Yeah.
got down and
Oh.
got funky in a tracksuit. You know, she even makes the tracksuit look good, dirty bitch. But yeah, she's.
I loved it with all the major. I don't know how much of the parade you guys actually watched, but with all the major singers, there was one dancer who was in charge of keeping the umbrella over the singer.
Yes, like, I will be. Kylie got out there in the rain. She was like, "Fuck it, let's go."
No, they all got
Kylie
out there. Jen Hudson was out in the rain. They were all out in the rain.
Jennifer Hudson kind of gives me the irrits, though. I don't know why.
Stop
Oh, I
it.
love
Just
Jen.
She irritates me. I'm just like, mm.
This thing is just like leaving the cake out in the rain.
There was a little bit of a revenge moment. Did you see Ariana Madix sing?
I did.
Vera?
Yes.
Yeah. So former Vanderpump Rules star now, after they've just announced that they are recasting the entire show after their massive ratings. Ariana Madix got on there and sang a bit of Love Fool. So she's trying to get that post show job, I think. She's like, hey, I can sing. Let's go. She sounded quite good, actually.
She did
For
sound
someone
quite
from a
good.
reality show, she sounded quite good. I was like,
I
you go,
had no
girl.
idea who she was.
She is part of the Scandival drama from Vanderpump Rules last year. So,
She's a rich
yes,
woman.
She's a reality TV star. Like Coco's performance. Oh.
You don't
I
know Coco,
haven't
do you?
seen all
Yeah,
that.
I'm trying to think of Coco.
I haven't seen all that. So interesting.
I watched the whole parade. I guess I was serving dessert or something.
She's serving dessert. That's okay. Tell you what has been serving all this week, and I don't know if you guys have been getting it, but oh my god. We've had another viral moment.
We have?
We have. We talked about it last week. We're going to talk about it again. people were so passionate about Sabrina Carpenter. My phone had not stopped going. It's only just started to calm down now. Like as we always say, you can never pick what is going to go viral and what is going to happen, and we just kind of trottle along and go, haha, yeah, cool, that's fun. Isn't that funny? But little Sabrina, out of nowhere, got us 1,354,520 people to our page with 5,500 comments.
Wow.
I know. Our follower page and likes have gone up. So if you're just joining us, thank you. We hope you hope you stick around and share your opinions too. But all this tried and true
hasn't changed in a week. Has the general opinion on the page changed?
It's the same stuff. President-elect got away with it, so why can't she? She's a dirty whore. This is nothing new, etc., etc.
But she's an adult singer. Her lyrics don't pretend that they're not anything.
Exactly.
But, like,
so you have a child. You have a child. And the kids love Sabrina, but the music isn't for kids.
Right.
My daughter doesn't listen to us.
Sorry.
Yeah. There we go. That was going to be my question.
Nobody seems to care when Michael Jackson grabbed his crotch in the 80s. Come on.
Or Elvis gyrated his hips.
Elvis gyrated. Well, he did.
Oh no, there was outcry over Elvis.
Gyrated. Elvis started this. It's just,
Elvis.
How dare women express sexuality in
But
the
it's
current
it's
day
yeah,
and
it's,
age,
it's a generational thing.
Very
I am
misogynistic. Fuck that noise. If you are depending on a pop star to moralize your kids, you're a fucking loser for a parent. Go to hell.
I'm midway through Cher's
How do you feel,
the first part of Cher's biography, and it's very interesting to see how many times she's like come up against expectation and all that kind of thing by showing her midriff and being on TV pregnant.
Oh, you're going to say showing her minge. I was like, whoa, what?
No, Cher.
Yeah.
Not Cher.
All right.
Oh!
Let's cut to the freaking parade today. Some of those outfits that those dancing squads were wearing were really fucking short.
Yeah, for what is intentionally a family show.
Essentially a family show. And I don't care. I think they all looked fine. I'm not saying this to shame them. But the moralists who are all outraged about Sabrina Carpenter aren't saying a word about these teenage girls and their cutoff shorts and their midriffs.
No, they usually don't.
Yeah.
They usually don't. I find it troubling. Like, if you're bored and you've got nothing to do, go through the comments and just go, there's just a certain quotient of people that can express their opinions without getting, too emotionally involved and then getting personal. But there are some funny things about people get a bit personal. There was one that popped up, and the reason I know this one is because it's one of the notifications I actually read him for. It said, so and so, you have a gunt. What would you know about pleasuring a man? I was like, wow, interesting. But as always, the comment sections on our articles that get that viral post are usually super, super interesting. So
they go chaotic. Like there's the Matt Rife one. We've had the most random ones that have just
it's just craziness.
Yeah.
Matt Rife's the biggest.
Yeah, it brings in a lot of well, I guess it's just like any comment section on any other page that once it gets a lot of attention, it just brings in a lot of crazy as well.
It does.
Which we're here for. Like, we even used to get personal attacks on something. We love it. Yeah. So bring it on.
I just find it
the first Trump presidency, I got a lot of personal attacks.
Oh, they loved you, didn't they?
Yeah.
You'd been deranged. You had 5G installed. She was. It was great.
That's how long we've been doing this, folks. That's how long we've been doing this.
We've seen
about
in
to
2
go-
Trump presidencies. Well,
about to go
really?
through round 2. It's like, oh.
Well,
Well, who was the president back in 2010? Was it? Oh, don't say bored.
2016 was when he was elected. Well,
Yeah, but who was your
2015
president in
elected.
2010?
What? Who was president in 2010?
Yeah,
Obama.
Obama. So, but prior to Obama, it was Bush, right?
Yep.
So I think Uncensored's been around since the Bush era. Yeah.
No,
Longer.
I think Obama was elected in 2008. If we started in 2010, we've only seen Obama, Trump, Biden.
Okay.
Because Obama had 2 terms.
Well, we're going backwards.
Yeah. We're getting political.
We are. People
Bloody
love it when we get.
Thanksgiving parades.
People love it when we get political. There is like a certain section of the internet that you're never gonna win over, as Lizzo is finding out now. Look at the difference that that she has gone through.
The photo on the left was after she'd lost a few lbs anyway from being
Yeah.
So
she's lost 60 pounds apparently. She says so, with no medical help. This is all.
No, she said a high
this is all hard work.
Calorie deficit
Yep. She
diet.
said she's a former vegan now.
Yeah.
Plenty of plant-based protein, calorie deficit, and strength training. Lizzo herself says it's like a reward when you finally get Ozempic allegations after 5 months of weight training and calorie deficit.
Yeah.
So,
girl, I would have just went for the Ozempic. I don't have time. Give me the needle.
but I think it's important to know that it's not an easy solution. Either that isn't an easy solution.
No, no, it's not. But like
there's
that hard work is hard work. I think people forget that too. Like and when you're starting with a lot of weight on, like someone like Lizzo, it's not easy to get into that. That momentum of being able to maintain it. It's so easy to give up. So
half of the problem.
Well,
half of the problem is the way that other people react too.
This
because
is also part of the inherent misogyny in our culture. Women who aren't sexually appealing to someone have no value, but then they lose weight and they have no value because they're, they've lost weight and they've sold out. And
well, yeah, everyone's saying that Lizzo's sold out now because she's lost the weight.
That Adele got. Look at the shit that Lizzo's getting. It happens to women all the time. You can't be too thin. You can't be too fat. You can't want to be thin. You can't. You can't overtly enjoy food. It's the whole monologue from the Barbie movie.
And it's tricky because
it's one of Britney's lyrics. She's too fat now. She's too thin.
She bought but she bought her whole brand on, Lizzo. Lizzo's Big Girls was like her reality show competition. Her social media tag was Lizzo Be Eaten. Like she's built this whole brand on, thick and juicy and body positivity. And yeah, it's a tricky path to walk when she's doing it for her own health.
But her brand went to hell when she was accused by a dancer of fat shaming.
Exactly. So but does this complicate that further now, or does it make it easier? It's just hard. I guess
at the end of the day, though, I think we're all inhabiting our own body. So why can't we just do whatever we want with our own body? If we want to brand ourselves this way today, tomorrow I might want to be a brunette. Probably not, but you never know.
But it is going back to that previous conversation. It is tricky, and if you have never been a bigger person, you don't understand what it's like to go into a gym and have people that are fit looking at you, going, "Oh my god!" Like it's intimidating, and it's a reason why a lot of people don't actually stick to their New Year's resolutions and their fitness goals, because no matter how old you get, I guess we all have this part of us that is stuck in that high school mentality of what are the pretty people going to think about me if
Mhm.
I show up with them, because you know what it's like. It's just,
I say, get your gun out, baby, and have fun.
but it doesn't even
Last
have
fish
to be.
thought.
It doesn't even have to be weight based. I guess when you see people that you haven't seen in a while and you are skinny out, like on the
Or
on
just
the flip side of things.
when you're othered in any respect, really.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yes.
you know, and
Yeah.
I think we could all attest to that on this panel, what it's like to be othered by groups of people and to be
Mhm.
excluded. And it's not a nice feeling. It makes you go inward, but then I also think it makes us more layered as people. We're more in touch with who we really are because we've had.
But isn't it interesting that sometimes it's not what the people say; it's what you think they're saying? Like,
Oh,
we
absolutely.
have internalized it so much from past
Oh, yeah.
experience that you go, "Oh my god, they think I'm fat, they think I'm old, they think I'm ugly, they think I'm this, they think I'm that." You're like, they're probably just not even thinking about you. Is the most important thing to tell people is people are so worried about themselves that they're not going to worry about what you're doing.
I say this all the time, and I probably said this on the show before. It's hard not to be self-involved because we have to live in our own skin.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So our entire focus is going to be inward most of the time, you know?
And once again, it's a lot of work too to try and undo negative self-talk
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
You know, I consciously tell myself like don't try not to think that way. I still do a lot of the time, but like try not to think that way. Just go about whatever you're doing. It's not all, you know, doom and gloom. But then sometimes, because I live in an area where people still like to say stuff to your face and they feel very justified in it. So there was an incident just gone by actually where it said to me, and I used to always just either just be quiet or, you know, let it go, ignore it. But now I sort of, I blow back. But that's something too I've thought about. I'm like, is it worth it for me to become upset and respond to that kind of stuff when the world is as unstable as it is right now? Like I thought
Right.
about this incident that just went by and I'm like, yeah, I got the better end of the argument because, you know, I'm quick-witted and fabulous. But I was thinking then, like, had it got violent, what if they had a weapon? Like, it's just, sometimes it's easier just to go, you know what, you do you, I'm sorry that that's your headspace.
And it is, yeah, like, it's part of this mass, you know, mass media culture that
Yeah.
that we have grown up in, that we are a part of. You can't get, as much as you try, you can't get off the hamster wheel because it's whether you're consuming it or not, it's already in there. You know,
Mhm.
especially like think back to the 90s when, you know, the ideal size was that waif model size that no one could achieve, and it's just you would
Yeah.
hope that
Less
with
than
time and
2% of the planet can achieve that waif
Yeah.
look.
Well, Christina
you know,
Aguilera has now with Ozempic.
Christina Aguilera is doing the devil's work. I think it's just like, okay, she's sold her soul for that size 0. I'm pretty sure, but she's looking fantastic. I'm like, more power to you, baby. Dogsy says, I always remind myself most of the popular people in school now have 3 kids and treat no sugar as personality trait. This is not incorrect. This is not
No.
incorrect because as we always say on here,
Hey,
you
they
never
can
know what
afford no
happens
sugar.
behind.
That's cute.
You never know what happens behind closed doors. You know,
Well,
perfect
I
facades often
used to
hide
date this
crumbling.
guy that I did theater with, and he would say to me, you know, I'm just concerned about your health. I'm just concerned about your health. He's motherfucking dead, and I'm fucking
I was going to say, is he dead now? All those squeaky
And
wheels
he's
end up
dead.
rusted off and falling off long before we do.
Well, sometimes shit happens.
Yeah.
I think we are. If you, no one's been crushed by a house recently, right?
Not that I know
Don't
of.
think so.
We've
Probably
all
that friend of
seen.
Vera's was
We've
was
all
crushed
seen
by-
that. You know, the green is raining down well and truly on Oz. Huge surprise that Wicked's making
Bank.
bank. Wicked
It's a
has.
great movie. I'm gonna go see it again.
I haven't seen it yet, but it has been declared the early winner of Wicked vs Gladiator 2, even though Gladiator 2 has been out longer and has a higher gross due to its length of box office exposure. Wicked is going there, set to surpass $150 million domestically and $200 million worldwide. It is the fifth highest musical release ever. Number one on the list is Grease, and they said that Wicked will easily bypass that by the time it leaves box office. So it's a monster, and I knew it would. I knew it would be because it has that such broad appeal.
You guys can see the Tin Man tonight.
Yes, he's there. He's looking down on you.
Yeah, he is.
He's looking down on you, but it
Y'all
it
know
has that
I'm a
appeal.
Wizard of Oz fan.
Yes. And Vera has seen. I will go see it. I just need to find time in my
Vera,
life.
out of five Tin Men, what would you give Wicked?
It was a 5. I laughed, I cried. I'm gonna go see it again. I probably will see it 3 or 4 times in the theaters and watch it a million times when it's on stream.
We might have to check into the cinema club and do a Wicked review. I know
Vera,
you asked
can we
for it
go
last
see it
time.
together while I'm over there?
Yeah, we can. I'm happy to go.
Oh,
again.
yay! I'll go and see Wicked with
There
me.
we go. Well, once you've
Yay.
seen Wicked, we might do a review. Hey,
Sounds like
Sounds wicked.
have you seen the musical, Luke?
No, I've
No?
never seen the musical.
Okay,
I've
so this will
always
be
wanted to. I've just somehow always dodged it. Like
it will be
when it was in Brisbane, I was on placement. Like it just missed me.
it'll be an interesting little experiment for people that I don't know haven't seen it, don't know, because there are hardcore Wicked heads, you know.
Wait, how many
Wicked
hours
heads.
is it, Vera? Is it a
It's,
long
2 hours
time?
and 40 minutes, isn't it?
2 and 40.
Oh, because I'm
It's
thinking
good.
like, would do you think the 7-year-old could sit through it?
Yes. It's
Maybe
Okay.
it's lots of bright colors and songs
yeah.
and dancing.
And
Buffy
lots
would
of
probably
singing,
be about
lots of
that.
singing.
That's okay, and if she's not, we can just slip a few little gummies in with her lolly bag.
Here we go. So fun fact about yes. This is being doing the rounds. Dolce says, so a fun fact about Wicked. It was on the West End when the Queen died, and they announced it to the crowd and went straight into the first song of the show, which of course is No One Mourns the Wicked. Awkward.
I had my niece gave me the
Unintentionally.
soundtrack when it first came out, and I was doing a travel assignment, and I intentionally stayed longer to help out another coworker at this place that I didn't really work. I was doing it, just temporarily there. It was the end of my work. I was gonna get in my car and drive home, and I stayed to help her out. And I hit rush hour on a rotary, and I smashed my car. And I drove. It was not so terrible that I couldn't drive home, but I drove home singing "No Good Deed Goes Unpunished."
Oh, Vera.
Crying about my smashed car.
I do like how quickly they quashed those rumors of the pay dispute too, though. The studio came out and said it. Did you guys hear this story?
Oh no, I didn't.
So
know
there was a viral article that went out saying that Ariana Grande made $15 million, was paid $15 million to star in Wicked, where Cynthia Erivo was only paid $1 million.
Oh, that sounds like bullshit.
Yes, so much so that but multiple media outlets were reporting this. Universal Studios stepped forward and made an official announcement saying reports of the pay disparity between Cynthia and Ariana are completely false and based on internet fodder. Ooh. Women received equal pay for their work in Wicked.
Same bullshit that says we can't buy gas stoves or gas cars or,
It's interesting because the movie/musical is so much about inequality and
popularity.
very reflective of kind of what's going on in America at the moment. Maybe that's why it's resonating so much, a man that lies to the public about what's actually going on in
there's
the
been
world.
a huge
Minorities.
controversy about people getting mad that you don't have to make this a political message. It's like, you clearly have not read the source material. It's a political message.
It is a political message, and it just seems very timely that it's hitting at this point in American history where it's not dissimilar to what's going on, and the whole skin color, the whole as I was saying, man in power who is lying to the public to misinformation and the power of it and all that kind of stuff. So maybe it's resonating with people that it's a bit under the surface, a bit insidious. They don't realize they're absorbing the message until it's absorbed. But that's what good art does, really, doesn't it? It reflects the society without having to beat people over the head with it. Now, we're going to go back to a story that we talked about earlier this year, and this is a bit of a sad update, actually. Just to really bum everyone out. On Wendy Williams.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, sadly, Wendy's, what are we calling her? Legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. Yeah, says that Wendy is now permanently incapacitated, and after officially being diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and primary progressive aphasia. So, Wendy's not in a good way. She's got a lawsuit going on against everything to try and gain control of Wendy's finances and, basically look after her. The statement reads, in January 2022, after becoming aware of a pattern of disturbing events concerning Wendy's welfare and finances, Wells Fargo took a highly unusual step of initiating a guardianship procedure in its own initiative and taking it to the Supreme Court of New York, which we know, to seek court-appointed independent guardian for Williams' financial affairs. Now, did you guys watch the documentary?
I did not.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff, again, very eerily similar to the Britney Spears thing where family are involved, but the family are involved with the money side of things, and that never, ever seems to work out.
No.
It's just like... it's not a unique thing. I feel like anytime that you achieve any kind of celebrity or notoriety, you need to have people that work for you that aren't your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Even again, not to harp on it, but going back to Cher's autobiography, it's Sonny Bono made her an employee of Cher Enterprises. Even though it was named after her, she got nothing from that whole first run of their fame. She was a paid employee. She wasn't a partner. She was given an allowance. She had technically made no money from being one of the biggest stars in the world. And
isn't he a top bloke?
That's how easy it is for someone to pull the wool over your eyes, especially when it's someone that you think is acting in your best interests, and that is scary.
At the time that Sonny and Cher were a pop phenomenon, women weren't allowed to take out loans in their own name. Women didn't have their own credit cards. Women couldn't hold a mortgage. He might not have been trying to take advantage. That might have been the only way to get her money.
Exactly, but yeah, she was very surprised to learn this, obviously, to go, I have none of my own money because everything had to be signed off by Sonny and their lawyer for her to even go to the bank and withdraw money, which is...
Right.
Imagine being one of the biggest stars in the world and actually having nothing, which I think happens more than we realize because all of these record contracts and movie contracts are theoretical
a lot of
until
other people getting rich from that brand,
It's
exactly.
always Frankie Valli, who's one of the bandmates had like stolen all their money. He worked the rest of his life to pay off the debts accrued by that other member of the band. You know, he worked
It's sort
until...
of the tale as old as time, and it's kind of like the celebrities, once they've become established and they know the business, you'll see them, they'll attach themselves to projects with actual titles that will make them the coin on top of being the artist as well.
Well, and especially in the music industry in this day and age, it is the money isn't in the music, the money's in the touring.
Right.
You can have a hit, but unless you can tour it and you own that right and you can go,
Mm-hmm.
and run it to the wall. That's the reason why artists like Pink and even
Taylor.
someone younger like someone like Tate McRae who and Taylor Swift, they are making that money while they can because you never know at which juncture
And
the industry is
there
going to
was
swing
a long
again.
time where Taylor didn't even own her own music.
Exactly, and she's pivoted along with a lot of other artists that are starting to take back their own work now.
Power.
Kesha, Vera and I were talking about Kesha earlier. Kesha's in the process of doing that now that she's away from Dr. Luke and all that kind of thing. Even JoJo, the singer, she legally didn't own the rights to her own voice. She couldn't release music, and she was a singer.
Right.
So, like, these contracts are so nefarious that you've really got to read the fine print, even on something as small, and Luke, you've been through it, something as small as a reality TV show competition form. Yeah. You've got to read those things, as painful as it is when you sign on and go, oh, it'd be fun to be on TV. You don't realize the kind of things you're signing yourself up for, promo, holding contracts.
You're not even allowed access to your own social media and stuff if you really go through those contracts.
Yeah,
and you're not allowed to. Yeah, there is a lot, and you know what? A lot of people who sign them are young and don't really think much about what they're signing. They just go, "Oh yeah, I'm auditioning for Idol or Big Brother or whatever,"
right?
And sign the line, and then they don't realize they can't actually
you deal with the repercussions later on. But at the end of the day, and this applies to everything, I think if someone wants you for something, they're gonna make it work. Like they're gonna make it work for if your talent / skill / whatever is that valuable, there will be a way to work around it to make it work.
Steve,
don't just sign on the dotted line. Well, then you just keep plugging away. I mean, it takes me back, Luke. We had this conversation with Blake Lewis when we interviewed him about because he was the runner-up on American Idol, and he was like, I went into that room and said, I'm not signing this. This is what's happening. You can all go fuck yourselves. Like, when you have the chutzpah to tell Simon Cowell to go fuck himself, I mean, that's pretty cool. And that was very interesting. If you haven't seen our interview with Blake Lewis, it's a long one, but it's a good one. He has some stories. Let's just say the music. They call it the music business for a reason. There's always someone ready to take your dollars and coins and make it their own. Right? Just like real life. We'll do a couple little casting things, and then I've got a little surprise for us to theme with the theme of the. Speaking of Simon, he is looking a bit rough now. He's been through a bit of a rough phase. I mean that funeral wasn't easy on any of them by the looks of it. Liam's funeral, they were all quite upset. Which
rough on me.
It was rough on everyone. It's rough on the whole world. I'm pretty sure.
I watched TikTok videos and it was rough on me.
It was. So we've got some casting news. This is kind of for the millennials and for the Uncensored horror fans. But Sydney Prescott officially has a daughter, with Isabel May signing on to Scream 7 to play the eldest of Neve Campbell's daughters in the new Scream 7, which begins filming in January. You can tell
that's close.
You can tell that it's getting there because there is so much content, and I'm gonna have to switch off certain channels and stuff now because I don't want to know. I've avoided the last couple of movies without spoilers, so it's so funny to think that in our lifetime, Luke, we've gone from Nev Campbell being the teen star, to now he's got the character has a teenage daughter that is going to go. It sounds very interesting because from what I've heard, there's going to be dual storylines where
So
the
you
daughter's
have spoiled yourself a little
I'm
bit.
stopping. Yeah, the daughter is experiencing like the stalking and whatnot, but it's also happening to Sydney and her friends in suburbia. So Ghostface is coming to the suburbs, just like he should. Just like he should.
Dave, spoil yourself.
All the
Have
best
a
horror
hot
movies
chocolate.
happen in the suburbs.
I can't spoil it too much. It's my favorite franchise. It gives me thrills to go in and go to get to that premiere day and go, I don't know anything about this. Whatever happens is going to be
Makes it wet.
Yeah, it makes me excited. And for the 80s kids, I don't think anyone except for me and Luke will care. I don't know if Luke will care. But long delayed Voltron. Vera, do you remember Voltron?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
what Voltron is because
Lions.
I knew that they had. Yeah, and it made the Megazord because that's where I was like, I've seen this robot before when I was watching Power Rangers as a kid.
So
And I'm like,
Voltron has a cast. Now this is an
Yay.
Amazon MGM Studios. Henry Cavill. That's not a small
know.
get.
No, I was going to say
No.
that's a lot of money. There's the budget.
And Rita Ora.
Sterling Brown.
Yeah, there's some
Rita's acting.
Rita's acting again, so it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure they're trying to get their own Marvel Universe thing going on there.
Yep.
But everyone loves the franchise. There's talks of Wicked
I don't
Part
know
3 and
Voltron's
4
where
happening.
it's at.
You never know.
Never know, but I don't think that's where it's at.
It's hard
Then
to.
I didn't think Transformers is where it's at, and what did I?
What do you know?
Hello.
What do you know? So, as a bit of a capper to the end, Vera doesn't have a vent today because she's full of turkey.
I'm just full of
She's full of
family
turkey.
love.
So what I thought we would do is
Mhm.
go through some Thanksgiving horror stories for some WTF Weekly. What do you reckon?
What the?
Sure.
Now we gotta add Jeff's Thanksgiving to the
I know Jeff could go in here.
Jeff's
I
still
can't wait
living
to hear.
his right now.
I can't wait to hear the rest of that whole story. It's
Yeah.
going to be amazing. But these are some BuzzFeed related stories. All the good stuff comes from BuzzFeed. So I'm sure we can all interject with some of our own horror stories from the holidays. Here's number one. My grandmother and my aunt lived in the same apartment building, and they decided to host Thanksgiving at their place for my entire, quite large family. My aunt was cooking the turkey in her oven, and my grandmother was to cook the sides at her place. Cool. Fast forward 5 hours, and everyone was looking for the turkey, only to find my aunt had gone out for a smoke, and although she did manage to get the turkey in the oven, she forgot to turn the oven on.
No.
Imagine waiting 5 hours for a meal to find out that it's not coming. I would be that would cause family friction
Yeah.
for me, especially because she went out for a fucking smoke. I'd be like, are you kidding? I would lose my mind.
You would have smashed her over the head with the turkey, wouldn't you, Bubs?
Oh, Dogsy has his own horror
Does he
story.
have
I'm
one
sure
today? Oh.
we're ready to hear it. So this is not a catastrophe per se, but one year we sat down to dinner and realized my mum forgot the stuffing. The stuffing in caps lock. I haven't let her live it down. It's funny what people fixate on, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it's stuffing. I don't know that anyone's like that.
Well, we
passionate.
don't really
Is-
see the importance of like Turkey Day, so like I don't know like how I couldn't imagine being so emotionally invested in how good the turkey was. It's like, man,
I guess
You
for
never
us
had
it'd be
turkey
like,
for Christmas?
no, it's too bloody hot here, Vera.
we have champagne hams.
People And people do sit down to like the full roast. We used to do the full like roast dinner and everything. Now we do seafood and maybe like some salads if we're lucky because it's so fucking hot. But everyone's just like I'm sweating my ass off. I mean, like having no prawns at Christmas time.
No prawns. There was a
That's not
prawn
okay.
shortage one year. It got really
Yeah, that was-
scary.
Yeah, we had that
Yeah.
frozen that year. Oh,
Oh,
oh. I loved it. I loved it when I came
Wow.
over last year. Vera had shrimp for Christmas. She's
I
like,
did.
just
I
so
thought
you
it was
felt,
just-
so you can feel at home. I'm like, oh, thanks, Steve. I think that Jeff's kids ate them all though, so it was
They
all
did.
right.
They
They're like,
did.
ah. It was a very
It's like
interesting little.
3 pounds of shrimp. Jeff's
Well, I'm glad
God.
you've done that, Vera, because now I have expectations.
You get the
I
whole.
also served
cocktail.
a beautiful pork roast.
You did. The
Fry and
pork was
stuffing.
good. The pork was
Yep.
good. Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
lovely night, our little Christmas moment.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. It was probably around about 2005. My mother-in-law was frantically trying to get everything finished so that things were ready at about the same time. She put the candied yams into the oven to crisp up the marshmallows with the broiler on, then completely forgot about them
Oh no!
until the smoke started coming out of
There
the
was a
oven.
fire.
There's nothing worse though. It keeps going. We pulled the pan out, got the fire put out, scraped the black off the marshmallow remains. We put new marshmallows on top and back under the broiler and they went. A few minutes later, once again, smoke came pouring out of the oven. We had missed it all over again. I think you got to let that go at some point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like, it's not
The
okay.
universe is telling you stop doing it. So
But once
stop.
you burn something, it's hard to get rid of that stench. You're like,
Yes.
especially when everyone's around, you're like, what's that smell? What's that smell? What's that smell? I was like, oh, we get it. Okay, something's burnt. This one's good. One year we had potatoes for dinner. Only potatoes. And it was entirely my fault. I, 1, got very drunk before starting to cook. 2, forgot to cook any vegetables. 3, named the birds and then cried at the idea of putting them in the oven. 4, cut my hand peeling the potatoes and blood got everywhere. 5, fell asleep and woke up to charcoal. Voila, enjoy your potato dinner. That's great.
They
Named
need to
the
stop
bird.
drinking.
I know. That's a little, yeah. Too much pre-dinner courage.
I don't know if you
Now-
got this on your TikTok feeds, but it's an American pastime to watch people set their house on fire by deep frying a turkey.
Yeah, looks so dangerous.
It is so dangerous. It's like fire departments are like,
Wouldn't you just air fry it?
yeah, you
Turkeys
could.
are
I mean, they're pretty
huge.
big, but you need
Turkeys
to
are
have a big air
huge.
fryer.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you need like a big oven? Like, do we even have ovens big enough to put those massive turkeys in?
I don't know. Going to the store and seeing them is intense. Like, yeah, that's fucking huge. That's
I
a
bought
real
a
animal?
package. The local Walmart had a complete turkey dinner for $50. So I bought the whole package. I thought, oh, that's a great price. And I didn't really pay attention. It said 14
Had
to
turkey.
18 pound turkeys, right? The turkey that they sent me was 22 pounds.
it's a big ass turkey.
It was a big ass turkey, and we were only 7 people. DS had to put it in at 7:30 this morning.
Wow. Okay.
She's been mad at me all day. I had to be up at 7:30 to do the freaking turkey. 22 pounds. 22 pounds.
Oh, she can't get white wine drunk when she's got to be responsible for the turkey. Come on, that's it's a
Hey,
big
there's
pressure.
lots of
Find your way.
leftovers. She should be
Yeah.
happy. Now,
Wait,
Dogsy's written an essay here.
Okay,
had,
should we read? We'll read Dogsies.
Yeah.
Okay. So first big family meal over the new missus's house, and her sister has just come back from honeymoon in India. So there's a bit of awkwardness in the family at the moment. So it's dead quiet, and we're sitting down to have a munch, and she goes off to the toilet and she farts so loud it echoes across the house. And because I have a sense of humor of a 7-year-old, I start busting out laughing, drop my fork on the floor. I dip down, knock my head on the table, and send the gravy cascading everywhere. That's National Lampoon's kind of stuff. That is something. That's great. That's great. I love it. Well, I hope everyone recovered from the hot gravy burns you gave them. That's intense. All right,
I know that there was a Christmas where I accidentally spilled the gravy. What do they call the gravy boat?
Gravy
Yeah.
boat, yeah.
All over. So my mother had cooked all day, and there was a cold ham, but there was a roast. I think it was roast pork as well, or something. Anyway, I think it's roast pork. Anyway, I was bringing out everything, and I tipped the gravy. It fell out from my pile of stuff I was carrying all over the ham, and everyone acted like I'd ruined Christmas because you can't eat ham with gravy. I'm like, yes, you can. I will. I was the only one who ate the ham.
Oh, here you go. Dogsy has an update. I think her sister's hot gravy situation was much worse. I didn't see her till I left 2 hours early. That is bad. She's had some issues.
She'll be okay.
Right. More turkey trauma before we
Maybe
finish
she
up?
ate at Jeff's house.
Maybe. I was in charge of the turkey one year. I did everything right. I seasoned it, and I looked at it. I looked at it to perfection. I think that's meant to be cooked. I cooked it to perfection, but something was missing. I thought it'd be a cute idea to decorate the turkey as a cute dog, since I love my dog so much. I decorated it, and it was pretty happy with it. Later that day, to my horror, I saw my dog on the turkey doing unimaginable things to it. It wasn't eaten.
Oh, speaking of false information, there was the rumor that some employee at the Butterball factory was having
turkeys.
The turkeys' carcasses. Turns out
Having
to be
coitus.
completely false. Coitus.
Here's a great one. This is another National Lampoon's kind of one. One year, my grandma was carving the turkey ceremoniously, and as she was leaning over the bird, her sleeve caught fire. She didn't notice for a while until my uncle was yelling, "Grandma, you're on fire! On fire!" When she finally noticed, she ripped her shirt off and jumped up and down on it for an eternity. The image of my topless grandmother stomping on her flaming Anne Klein blouse has haunted me. I see it in slow motion every year when I watch somebody cut into a turkey. Rest in peace, Grandma. That was low-key hilarious. Sorry about the shirt.
How good her boom bounce was.
Oh, who knows? Grandma's. That's
they might
scary.
be putting out the fire.
Or fanning it.
Here you go, Vera. This one harkens back to what you were just talking about. Hold on. My life just all flashed before my eyes. Don't know what happened
Oh, good
there.
God.
I lost my
Doing
story.
turkey at Jeffrey's.
No, it's all good. One year we were all sitting around outside while my dad cooked turkey in a fryer outside. In the middle of watching the Thanksgiving football game, we started seeing people go past the window and into the backyard. Upon closer inspection, these people were firefighters. Not only did my dad catch the backyard on fire, he called 911 and didn't tell anyone in the house. The backyard was actively burning.
But what was the turkey like?
He's had
Was
a
it
lot of
yummy?
cooking mishaps that involved the emergency room. Thankfully, this was not included in that. Far out, man.
Everybody
That's
who buys
intense.
their turkey swears to God it's the best turkey they've ever had.
Well, look,
I'd just deep fry portions. I wouldn't deep fry the
Yeah.
whole thing.
it seems like a bit of an effort to get that whole bird. We'll do a couple
Yeah,
more
just
before we finish
KFC
up.
up the turkey.
Yeah, right. I was in charge of doing the roast vegetables, roast red potatoes, butternut squash, onions, and parsnips. I was going to have to leave the house extremely early to get to where we were having Thanksgiving that year. I came up with the brilliant plan of cooking everything that night when I got home from a friend's birthday party, so it could all just be heated up when I got to my destination on Thursday. Well, my dumbass greatly overestimated my stamina. The veggies went into the oven around midnight, and I promptly fell asleep on the couch. I never thought to set an alarm in case I fall asleep when everything is cooking. Woke up around 6 a.m. The vegetables in the oven were an unholy blackened mess. I told my family I thought one of the cats knocked everything on the floor, so she didn't take them. Oh, that's great.
Stupid bitch.
We'll do two more. We'll do two more and round out the top 10. Mine's not crazy, just funny. I have 3 people in my immediate family, so we'll just do a turkey breast for the main course, not a full thing. Well, my sweet mother did not realize that the breast also takes hours to thaw, so we had no main course. Luckily, her dogs are very spoiled and always get turkey sandwich meat on top of their dog food. We had that instead.
What, dog food?
No, the turkey, sliced turkey.
We
instead of-
swapped meals. It was
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, God. All right, here we go. One last one. My family is not great at cooking. This was Thanksgiving 2020 and Grandma stayed at her own house. My mum said she'd taken a plate to my grandma. I thought it was odd since Mum was literally still cooking. The turkey was in the oven and the sides were in progress. I asked Mum, what had she taken to Grandma? She said, I got her a turkey hungry man meal. She gave her mother a microwave meal for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I was like, seriously, Mum, Grandma's really old. That might be her last Thanksgiving meal, and you gave her a frozen dinner. During our meal, we kept tossing out ideas of other things Mum could have done, like getting a few slices of thick cut turkey from the deli counter. Turns out it was Grandma's last Thanksgiving. The running joke now is that we'll give Mum a hungry man when we think it's her time to go.
It's your rite of
Lord.
passage now.
I know, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're looking pretty ill. I better
You're
go and
done.
zap this one.
Yeah, done. Look, I think there's a tradition that we say things that we're thankful for. So, Luke, what are you thankful for this year?
I'm
Anything?
thankful for friendships and you guys. Just love you.
Aw,
Just
you got to go
love you.
first.
Aw. Vera, what about you? What are you thankful for?
I'm
Can't
thankful
copy.
for my union job and my union fucking pension.
There you are. And I am thankful that every year I get to say this. Wait! We cannot break bread with you. You have taken the land which is rightfully ours. Years from now, my people will be forced to live in mobile homes on reservations. Your people will wear cardigans and drink highballs. We will sell our bracelets by the roadside. You will play golf and enjoy hot hors d'oeuvres. My people will have pain and degradation. Your people will have stick shifts. The gods of my tribe have spoken. They said, do not trust the pilgrims, especially Sarah Miller. And for all these reasons, I've decided to scalp you and burn your village to the ground.
And then your people put my face on a float and made me look like an idiot.
We have to end it with Wednesday every year. It's this tradition. Thank you for joining us for a bit of Thanksgiving fun and frivolity. We'll be back at it next week. It's officially silly season now, isn't it?
Yeah. And we'll be seeing,
God.
I'm not silly. You can't call me silly.
We've got some horror coming your. We've got some seasonal horror coming your way. We've got some Christmas classics coming your way. We've got some good
maybe
stuff.
we could find a Hallmark movie to review too.
Well, the one with Chad Michael Murray with his shirt off seems to be the one that everyone
I
wants
want
to
to
talk
do a
about.
Melissa Joan Hart one. They're always nice.
Nah, she's boring.
She's getting too old to be the romantic lead. We gotta
I know,
No,
right?
she's
She's
like
got-
the grandma in one of them now.
Yeah,
Right,
we
I
gotta
know.
stick to the Mrs. Claus role.
That is so offensive, isn't it? But I
we
guess,
grew
you
up
know,
when she was the teen star too.
yeah. We're getting cast as grandparents now, y'all.
I've been cast
Okay, folks.
since I was 16.
We hope you have had a thoroughly thought-provoking and filling Thanksgiving. We'll be back next week on Uncensored Radio UCR Live. Gobble, gobble.
Bye.
Gobble, gobble.
Bye.